I'm Nick Altmeyer, linkinglewiscounty.com. We're here this afternoon with Lewis County Manager Ryan Pichet and Chairman of the Board of Legislators, Larry Dolhoff. And we're here today to talk a little bit about a public hearing that's going to take place at the November 5th meeting. And this is for some updates to the county's bed tax law. So, seems to be a little bit of confusion about the bed tax law and what the updates are. So Ryan and Larry are going to explain a little bit about what the updates are and why they were necessary.
So I can provide some background on the current law. So what this is actually an amendment to our current law. The current law is quite common throughout the United States. It's a bed tax, which says that when you stay somewhere, a hotel, a motel, or a bed and breakfast, that you pay a 5% tax to the county, and we use that money to promote tourism and hopefully drive more people to come and use the bed and breakfasts and the hotels and motels. And so it's kind of a self-fulfilling initiative with this bed tax. And so that has been established in the county since 2006. Mm-hmm. So that's something that we already have. What we're doing, though, is amending it to adjust to some market changes that have come about in just in the last few years.
Okay. So market changes, things that you're talking about are places like Airbnb and places where you can, people can personally rent out their properties through websites and apps and things like that. So currently there's no bed tax on those transactions.
Correct.
Okay.
Larry, do you want to comment on that?
Sure. As Ryan mentioned, this law is not a new law. It's been around since the early 2000s. The only thing we're doing at this point is to amend that law so that it includes Airbnb and vacation rentals by owners. The way that people have rented rooms has changed, and we're merely changing it to include the current way that they rent rooms.
Okay.
Yeah, the online rentals have become quite popular in Lewis County. Really, over the last 5 years, it's kind of something that's sprung up. But you've got a lot of snowmobile and hunting type residents in the Turin, Martinsburg area that are listed on Airbnb and VBRO. And also, you've got your waterfront properties along Framingham and Bonaparte that have become popular weekend destinations where people can, go online and sign up to stay in Lewis County and enjoy what we have to offer for a few days at a time, rather than having to go to a formal motel or hotel. So bed and breakfasts have been paying this fee for, as long as we've had the tax. So this just kind of levels the playing field and makes sure that, if anyone, is renting out their property or acting like, a bed and breakfast, whether it's formal bed and breakfast or online, rental, it's a fair assessment for everyone.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and that was one of the points I was going to bring up, and you kind of just touched on that basically with the amendment to the law, this is just evening the playing field for everybody, so that the hotels and motels and bed and breakfasts are on the same playing field with these new organizations that are popping up.
And it makes it easier for the people that are utilizing those online services, because they will actually administer the charge and submit the money to the county directly. So the actual person renting the rooms doesn't have to deal with that administration, that bookwork.
So it's all part of if you use Airbnb or Vacation Rentals by Owner or any of those apps, they have a feature built in already that the tax is automatically added and distributed to the county.
So after we pass the, assuming that the local law after the public hearing is adopted, we will then move to create contracts directly with Airbnb and Vacation Rental by Owner, so that when they collect the money from the renter, the owner of the property is given their share, and then the county is sent our share. So actually, like Larry said, the person who's renting out the property really doesn't have to do anything to collect this this tax. It goes right through the online service.
And just to clarify for people as well, the bed tax only applies to short-term rentals, so that's anything 30 days or less. So if you have a cottage or something like that you rent for 3 months out of the summer or things like that, anything 30 days or more isn't affected by this.
We put that in so that people that are actually renting a house and live here and work here were excluded from a short-term rental.
Okay.
Yeah. This is really, I mean, the whole point of the bed tax is really about building a revenue source so that you can put it back into tourism and marketing for our region. So when people come to spend money here and spend a weekend on Lake Branningham, we use that money to hopefully reach more people who come here and want to spend a weekend at Branningham. So it feeds into itself, and that's kind of the reason that we implement this to begin with.
Okay. So
And part of this is partly due to a response, or it is a response to some businesses that have been collecting the bed tax for many years, have been undermined and undercut by Airbnb and the other online services. They feel that they have a burden that's not shared equally with
Right.
Across the board. So.
Right. Okay. So once again, the public is welcome to comment on the proposed amendment to the bed tax law, and that'll be during the regular board meeting on November 5th at 5 p.m. You'll open the public comment period up shortly after the meeting starts at 5,
Correct.
and be willing to take
Right.
comments from anyone that appears, and then you guys will be voting on the resolution later that evening.
Correct.
Okay,
Everyone
perfect.
that has an interest is welcome to come.
Okay,